walked in before when we first entered the castle. Remember that round tower and the square one behind it? And this round tower with a tree in the center, probably much higher in its day. I'm sure they'll tell us what the rings were for. This Austrian military regiment from 1682. A grenade with a wick. Uniforms that on the battlefield signal who should live and who should die. Cabinet made with those rifle stocks. Horrible things did those pieces of steel execute. Be interesting to compare all these kinds of photos with the ones that were, I think, Ernie Pyle's book that I have. Fine human beings. Pictures of World War I. Unbelievable. Their bindings. And crampons. And snowshoes. How similar to what the Inuit used. Versus the much larger ones that I've occasionally used. How many museums like this have I been in? How many scenes that are the same? Various kinds of wires used in this level of electronics. Notice those might be batteries. That to a cell phone. Interesting, it's a gas mask. But then notice this device that apparently fit. Those notches may be fitting onto those protuberances somehow that'll protect the back. Grenade that you carried on your belt. There's for the barbed wire, flare gun. Notice the cans probably filled with stones to give warning of anybody trying to creep through them. Wasn't clever enough to dismantle those. Flamethrowers, rocket launchers. Another view out a window. A pan, if you will. View of how these floors were created with these large beams, old wooden doorway. Here we're in the kitchen, which is fascinating. Something I haven't seen before. Pretty obvious I think what it is. It's where you dump the excess from the cooking, the swill, extra fluids when you drain something. You would think something for a toilet would be quite similar to this also. How Greek-looking these are. Or Egyptian-looking. How many centuries? Kitchens in all kinds of places. The homes we've seen in Switzerland, here in this fortress, were essentially the same. And I'm assuming the fire was built on that stone tabletop, if you will. There it looks like a stone grinding machine, or appliance, if you will. Something you can see where whatever was ground up or juiced would dribble out the left there at the bottom. The interpretive sign refers to a built-in oven. The built-in oven is perhaps that dark oval at the very back of that stone platform. Instruments of torture. Prisoners would have been subjected to torture until about the year 1800. Thumb screws, neck stretches, the rack, and so were used to induce pain or the fear of death. Perhaps be a mask of disgrace. It may also have been the only way you could eat. Only imagine what this is for. A thumb screw. Those for scourging, these have very sharp barbs underneath them. So it would be a belt that would be wrapped around you. And you would bleed incessantly from many holes. This perhaps the neck stretcher. Hand, thumb, fingers, thumb screws. Whips. Look at the pointy, sharp edges there. Stocks relatively benign, unless your hands went in the top, your feet went in the bottom. And then, from then on, you could be slammed with eggs and rotten this and rotten that, depending upon the hatred that was felt for you. This could have been attached to your leg and you dragged it everywhere you went. Interesting as an instrument of torture. What is fascinating is the pleasure that humans get out of torturing another human being. The lust, the entertainment that it provides. Here a man being stretched. Here his hands destroyed, if not broken, by that mallet. Here his armpit being burned by fire. It was called the twisting gallows. Notice how the ropes are designed to move parts of the bodies in ways they weren't supposed to move. And here the fair, logical, intelligent questioning. An interesting attempt to portray battle.